Hello guys, welcome back again to another amazing episode, and this is the diaspora transition episode where we interview diaspora who decided to leave the diaspora or even visiting back and forth. We have a conversation with them. We ask them why they decided to do that. We ask them how it's living in Africa like, Ghana like. So if it's something you're interested, stay tuned. And on this special episode we have a real occurring guest. Okay, he goes by the name Austin, and if you watched our previous video, he's been on here, and you guys had a lot to say. So this episode is just we addressing the comment section. I'm giving him the opportunity for him to reply to you all. Okay, so the negative comments, whatever, he's just going to reply to you guys. So if it's something interested, stay tuned. So without further ado, Austin, welcome back again on the show.
Thank you for having me again. I truly appreciate being here. Appreciate being here. I appreciate everybody that left a comment and that watched the video to the fullest. We had a lot of love in the comment section, but as usual, you always got the people that follow me around with the negative stuff to say. And I'm the right person for the negative comments. Over time, my patience to even reply to them has gotten down. When I was a new YouTuber, I used to sit there and go back and forth with every single one of them. Now, I've heard all the same negative comments just by different people and different ways of wording it. Pretty much the same thing. A lot of people think they know me and they really don't. Or they know that they don't know me and they choose to make up whatever they want about me.
Someone said if you treat a woman like a star, she will treat you like a fan. What do you have to say to that?
That's actually not even just women. I would say that's anybody. If you walk up to anybody and like, oh my God, well, what they're trying to say is if you overcompensate or if you pedestalize anybody, you pretty much will be disappointed every time.
Okay. I watched videos how African Americans feel when they leave America. They feel peace. It's calm. Okay, this is all positive comments.
Yeah, look, click on newest.
Newest. Okay,
yeah.
That's where the negative ones
Yes.
is. Okay, so let's see. Many women here may think men are not serious about relationship. It may partly have to do with the way. This is a long comment. Damn. You want to read it? That's a long one. I don't like reading long text.
I got one for you.
Yeah.
I got one for you. I think you had to go to my my videos because they come to me. They might have put it on your channel, but they come to my page with a lot of shit to talk.
Yeah, I think that's how. So I think you get more on your side than I.
So here on this post, I put my channel is centered around my social experiences abroad. Please keep this in mind when viewing my content. I'll let you read that comment and tell me what you think.
It's a what? It's the same. Your choice of words got you in trouble. Think before you say something, or at least self-review your work before you upload it. Damn. How do you reply to that?
So I did reply, but I want to ask you, since you're here and since you're from here, and since I've came here, I've been getting that kind of reaction a lot. Like, number one, I never said I hated any place in the world. Like, a place I really did not enjoy socially was the Philippines. And I went to 3 different cities there. I went to a small town and I went to what do you call a major city?
City?
A what?
A city.
Well, it's a word they use when it's a really big city. A metropolitan or something like that. It's something like that. Anyway, I went to one of those and I went to like a medium-sized city. In all 3 cities, I did not enjoy the social. It was nice to be there, easy access to electronics, internet, etc., but the people there, I didn't really get to interact with them as much as I wanted to. Now, I never said I hated those places though. Coming straight from Nairobi to Accra, the social experience is not even comparable. It's completely different.
Elaborate.
So I think, like, what's her name was saying last night, I'm not gonna say her name, but she said that based off how I talk, I like to meet people spontaneously. Like, I like to walk down the street and just run into somebody or be out somewhere and run into somebody and speak to them that way. From my understanding, and I'll ask you, is this the same type of environment here?
No.
It's not. So like she said yesterday, if you want to meet women in Ghana, the absolute best way is to be introduced. Matter of fact, she also said that people here, or Ghana in general, do not talk to strangers. That doesn't mean they'll ignore you, but don't expect to walk up to somebody and meet them and then y'all hang out for the rest of the day, or they introduce you to everybody else. The way how I met her was through you. And then she said she was going to introduce me to more people. That's fine. But the environment that I like to be in is where I can meet all y'all whenever I want, however I want. And you speak to me not based off of who introduced you, based off of how I treated you when you met me. Does that mean I hate or cry? No, because otherwise I wouldn't have bought another week here this morning. I just bought another week here. I just told you in my boss I wasn't enjoying myself enough, so I left the third 2.5, 3 days or somewhere around there. I didn't do that here because besides that, for me, it's another culture shock going from there to here. I'm readjusting and I'm giving it a chance. But like this person says, oh, I need to watch my words. Since you are from here and you've watched my videos, what do you think he's talking about that I need to watch that I say?
I don't know. I think people just comment for some reason. You know, I've not watched all your videos, but I've watched a couple. But I've not seen anything wrong. It's just you sharing your personal opinion on things, and you actually get qualified to do that because you're experiencing it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think you've said anything negative. Yes, what you've observed. That's what you point out.
And he's from here. Have you ever left Ghana?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where'd you go?
Asia.
Asia.
Yeah.
Okay. Not that matters. I was trying to see if you had ever left. Anyway, he's from here, so I got somebody from here, and there's other people sitting right here watching that can hear us at the same time. The people in there watch my videos because I gave them my YouTube yesterday. I'm not afraid to give out my. Obviously, I'm not just dragging. You said I didn't say anything negative, so we'll stick with that because your word is better than mine because you're from here to judge my opinion on what. Because I can judge it myself and not know that I'm doing something wrong.
Yeah, I think the difference is that a lot of people say all these things behind cameras when you have conversation with them, and that's like 90% of all foreigners who comes to Ghana, and you are just putting it on your YouTube video. That's the difference. So anyone who just try to cut your throats for saying that is just being hypocrite, because on the normal daily basis they hear people say that, just not on camera.
Yeah, whenever I was in Pattaya in Thailand, there's another YouTuber, his name is Travelversity, and he told me Austin is doing the same thing that everybody else does. It's just being broadcasted. And if you guys were to broadcast your entire life the same way, you would be facing the same criticism.
That's it.
The comments I make, everybody in the world makes them.
One thing that I think was so negative, when someone said like, you're trying to just like go to these countries and just, they are women.
To sleep around?
Yeah.
They say sleep around, or they say exploit women.
Probably exploit.
So the definition that I can remember of exploit is I think it's to derive and use full benefit of. What benefit? I mean, I would like to know, what benefit am I getting?
Guys, whoever commented that, please write down what benefit you were talking about. I don't know what benefit.
Because they're not paying me.
You end up being the one to pay or something.
Sometimes, well, one thing I learned in Brazil was whenever I had the whole thing go on and everybody turned their back and all that, and they'll come back and be like, take the video down. Like if it's a chick I'm dating and I put her on my channel, if we stop talking, she'll be like, take my video down. So what I'll do is I will pay them, and when I pay them, you're not gonna want to give me the money back. So they're less likely to want me to take the video down. So that's been working.
But talking about Brazil, right? One lady called Abby. I mean, she's my greatest fan. She commented on every video that I make, and then she said he seemed like he's really into. He seems like he really wants to go back to Brazil. He missed that country a lot. I hope he can get a permanent residence there. You keep talking about Brazil, right? And that's like the benchmark to compare other African countries to. What is it about Brazil that you can't find anywhere else? And if so, why don't you just go back to Brazil? Someone commented that.
Okay, so there's four countries actually. I compared things to the United States, Kenya, Brazil, and United States, Kenya, Brazil, and whatever country I'm in at the time. What is something that I really, really loved about Brazil? Because Brazil changed my life forever. Where to the point where I moved out of my own home country. Number one was the food. Well, these aren't in order. I'm just about to name it. That it's not number one was the women, but it was the food. It's the Portuguese, the weather, the relaxed way of life, and number one is the women. The experience I had with the women.
So,
And just in general, the people in general. Like other men, the hostility that we have back home wasn't there.
but then in Africa too, you don't have the same hostility that you just mentioned,
No.
right? And then the women, man, okay, it depends. But anyways, refresh the people's mind on again how the women were, just in context, in a politically correct way, so that
It will be so easygoing. That does not mean easy to sleep with. That means if I sit down and I talk to you, 9 times out of 10, it's not going to be hard, or I'm not going to run out of things to say when I'm talking to you, or you won't be combative with me when I'm talking to you. It'll just be a pleasant experience. Something I did experience it back home in the States, but not on a frequent basis to where it would make me say, oh, it's cool here. No, it was like a needle in the haystack. And usually when I would have that pleasant experience, it would be with somebody I was barely attracted to. Versus in Brazil, it was flipped, where it was very frequent, and they were very attractive when I found them.
Interesting. I see. One thing is culture difference. Have you considered that you might go to countries which have different culture, and you might have to learn how to play the game they use to get what they want? You know what I'm saying? So whatever game that was in Brazil might not necessarily work in Ghana.
It absolutely
Because that's
won't.
not how it works.
It absolutely, like for example, choosing signals aren't a thing here.
Yeah. You see how the same Brazil, they speak Portuguese. Ghana, we speak Chi. So language is not the same. Culture is not the same. So why don't you get used to the fact that we might not be necessarily the same as, people in Brazil?
That's why I choose to stay places 10 days. If I like it, I'll stay longer. If I feel like there's more I need to learn, I'll stay longer. So this same thing I'm having here happened in Tanzania too.
Are you having a hate-love relationship with Ghana right now?
No, not at all. No.
Pure love.
Yes, but it's like I said earlier, it's a culture shock, and it's adjusting that I had to make. Because in Kenya, in Tanzania, I didn't need to be introduced to somebody to meet somebody.
You can just do that directly. I mean, I think it's for security reasons, right? Why Ghana is like that. And on the other hand, it's safe for the women, right? Think about it that way. Because there are some people, you are not crazy, but I know there are some crazy people out there who will just meet a woman and then try to take advantage in so many different ways. So the women became, they understood that fact, and then they don't approach, they don't like when men approach them like that without knowing them. They're always laid back, you know what I'm saying, until someone introduces you to them. So it's just a safety protocol.
Okay, but for my personality, and I don't have to fit in everywhere. I'm not saying I don't fit in, generally speaking, here, but on that aspect of the social life, I don't fit in because I like to approach, or I like to find it easy to meet people.
I respect that. Someone said, you are not a Pan-African or something like that, and you must be ashamed of yourself.
I don't really get into the to this day, I don't even know what Pan-African means. I don't. And I've been to more countries than most of those dudes that say they're in there. Yeah. I've been to more African countries than they have. Before this year, well, probably all of them.
Sorry?
Before this year's over, I probably have been to more countries than all those dudes that claim Pan-African anyway. Yeah.
I agree.
Hypocrites.
Yeah. It says this guy is saying a lot of extreme things to make it sound as if every woman is the same, and as if he has dated every woman.
That's such an old way of talking. I've heard that talking point for over a year now. So do I need to date every woman to make a generalization? Generally speaking, if I point a gun at your head and shoot you in the head, you're gonna die. Does that mean that's always gonna happen? Do I need to go around and line 30 people up and see if that's true? Do I need to keep wasting time to see?
Someone say you're paying for. Are you paying for?
So there was another YouTuber that took time out of his day to, I think it was a false sense of support, right? Because you can't support somebody and then make up allegations that are completely false. Completely false.
What did he make?
He showed a false sense of support by saying that he tried to pretend like Aus is not meaning to come off this way, but eventually in Africa he will come off this way. When all the African countries I've been to, everybody understands English. You think I would have made it 6 countries far if I would have, if the way he's describing I'm coming across? Number one, he said African women date to marry. Maybe 100 years ago. And it depends on what country you go to. Maybe if you go to Morocco, maybe that's true, but I've heard things about Morocco. If you go to places that are modernized, like Kenya, like Nairobi, Kenya, I can tell you right now, you're not gonna just be bumping into women that are saying, I'm looking for a husband right now. Really? More than likely, you're gonna be bumping into women that are just going with the flow or going with it. They'll be on the same program as you. Marriage rates, childbirth rates are down worldwide because times are evolving.
I agree with you. So how many % will you say are ready to get married in Nairobi, Kenya?
I think in Nairobi, maybe 30%. 30% of the women you run into are going to be like, I want a husband now. That's fine. I'm 24. I'm not looking to be a husband right now. But I stay there and I love my social life because between everybody, men and women, those people are just right on time with how I move. Everything. If I wanted a girlfriend there, if I stay long enough, if I interact with enough people, I can find one.
They say that your choice of words makes it look bad, not necessarily like what you say is bad, but the words that you choose make it sound bad. You know?
Why do they say that?
Because you're very honest, like you're just very straightforward.
I say stuff that a lot of people want to say but wouldn't say because either they can't or they just don't want the backlash that's going to come with it. My entire life, I've always used very strong language that can come off offensive. I'm not talking about curse words. Like, so if somebody's doing something that I say, you're not helping me, my first mind is to say you're useless. That's a lot stronger than you're not helping me. It means the same thing. But one is just going to hit you a lot harder.
Yeah. I agree. Before the first time we did the interview, you were here for 6 days. How many days have you been here now?
Today is day number 9.
9.
Yeah.
And you still stand by whatever you just said, or there's differences?
50% of what I said. 50% of what I said, I would say I still agree with myself. The rest, I don't. I realize staying here longer, it may have changed. So whenever I said that it was Americanized, I think that was more so where I was at, which is this area. But when I was where we were at last night in East Lagoon, it's modern, but that vibe, the sagging pants everywhere, except for that one place, but the sagging pants everywhere and the very urban street American look disappeared. The Sudanese girl I took to the restaurant of the video we just playing, even in that area where it was like a very local spot, they didn't dress the same way we were back home. So had I started in a crowd on that side, I think I wouldn't have made that same comment about it.
I'm glad to hear that. How was your date with that lady?
It was cool, but it's still, I enjoyed it. She's intelligent, so we could actually hold a long conversation. But in her culture too, like she said, it's very reserved. So like, she even called out the fact that I was flirting with her, and I was like, I mean, am I supposed to just be standard? You know, like, and because then I'm gonna start to feel like I'm a friend zone you. I'm gonna start to feel like, okay, she just wants to hang out. She's not really looking at me like that, even though she has said a couple things here and there. But the difference between Nairobi and here is in Nairobi, if they do like you, they're gonna flirt with you and you'll know. Versus here, I'll misinterpret it and I'll friend zone them and just be like, okay, let me go try somebody else. So, yeah.
Someone say it's a good comment. He said, "Thank you so much for always advertising our great country, Kenya, to the world." What do you have to say to the positive comments?
Thank you so much for your country being great. Thank you for having the modernization that you have, the good internet, the good vibes. Nairobi's vibe is undefeated. I only stayed places 10 days. I've stayed there 9 weeks already this year. And I don't think I'm leaving. I'm so far in Africa, that'll be my base. Could I live here too? Yes. But I believe every place has its own purpose. So Nairobi is a place where I go to have fun and I actually get off track of my career on YouTube because it's that much fun to me. Here, notice I've stopped drinking, I've been fasting, and I could be trying to find somewhere to hang out and drink right now, but instead I'd rather sit here and do this.
Yeah.
So I could see Ghana or Accra, Ghana being more of my
in line with your,
let me focus and still have something to show for my vlogs, but let me actually have a different perspective on work and be able to sit down and talk because people like podcasts and they like my vlogs. Yeah. Nairobi, I could do that, but I'm not gonna lie to you. I was having so much fun and doing other stuff and dealing with women that I wasn't trying to. So
you see, Ghana is not that bad.
It has its purpose for me. This is my experience. Some people come here and they may have to flip.
It will be different in December.
In December, from what y'all been telling me,
because there will be too much parties that you will not have time for anything. So maybe now that is true, but in December that might change. Someone said, if Ghana is really Atlanta 2.0, then it's sad. Do you still stand by that?
After going to the other side of town, no. Osu is Atlanta 2.0.
Osu?
I think I'm firm on that too.
Yeah.
At least, I don't know if the other areas are like Osu, that's on this side. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I truly believe that, yes. But when you venture out, and people have been leaving comments telling me to venture outside of the area. When I did, I will agree with them that it is a different vibe once you leave that area.
Yeah.
Most cities are not like that, though. Like when I stayed in Salvador by here, in Rio Vermelho, which was the tourist area, Rio Vermelho and Baja, if you venture outside those, it changes slightly. It changes slightly, but it doesn't feel like you're somewhere completely different.
But you know one thing, it's not in correlation to what you just said, but someone mentioned that you making $11,000 a month and then over $120,000 a year, cutting hair is not true. You're lying.
I would tell them that they need to, like I said before, you need to realize that social media has changed the game for everything. So before, if you want to charge somebody, because I was charging them $80 to $85 just for the haircut, no beard, nothing, right? If you wanted to do that 30 years ago, it would take you a lot longer to grow. You would be a master barber, meaning that you have trained other people. You'd have hella experience before you could do that. Now, all you gotta do is cut hair and it's good and make it look good online. Put it online. People see it. Where is he at? Oh, he charged. I don't care. I like what I see. I'll pay for that. And then if you meet that expectation when they get to you, then they'll come back. Then they'll refer other people. And that's what happened to me.
Someone agreed with you. He said he ain't lying about the haircut money. I spent $85 after a cut and beard trim up, tips included.
Plus, I'm from the United States. Anything is possible. There. I mean, we can say the world, but for sure in the United States, when we're talking about a career, anything is possible.
Now this comment is for me. He said someone say he needs to open a PayPal account or mobile money to collect donations.
He's talking to you.
Oh, me?
Yeah, because I have those.
Oh, okay. Guys, I don't have a PayPal. I don't have anything like that, but
you should.
I should, yeah. If you are out there and you know how to create me a Cash App, reach out to me on Instagram, Captain_Hayford, and help me out, or PayPal. All right. Thank you. Let's move on.
Because my donations that I get from Cash App, PayPal, Super Chats, believe it or not, the majority of those fund my plane tickets. They buy my new equipment, all that business wise, and then they pay for my food. They pretty much pay for everything. So that's why I tell people that you should always take donations.
Bro, I don't know. I'm not American, right? So we don't have the what it takes to sign up for Cash App. We don't have that.
Yeah, I think if you use a VPN though, a VPN or.
But then the bank details that they request for.
Oh yeah, you
it's
do
an
have
American
to do that.
bank.
Yeah.
With all those your whatever social security. I don't have that.
Yeah, you have to. So even when I send somebody a Cash App, art vendor on the street here, whenever I sent him a Cash App, it was actually, when I looked at the photo, it was a woman instead of him. So I think that y'all have to do something on the back end or have somebody do it for you.
Okay.
The same way how if I want a phone here, I have to have you help me sign up for it.
Right.
You know, so I think the same thing with Cash App.
Oh, yeah. I think I'll be down to do something like that because so many people reach out to me. They want to help because I'm traveling a lot. I went to the Gambia and I did some interviews there, and my flight ticket was crazy. You know what I'm saying? My hotel and everything. And I think people out there want to help, but I don't have any accounts that they can send the money to. So I'll look into that. Someone said, "Don't bash Austin. After all, his origin is African too. What do you expect from a 24-year-old who is exploring places to find, for the first time culture shock? Austin will appreciate more at the end of every trip. Enjoy your stay, young fella." So they're trying to say you are young and they shouldn't pay so much attention. You're living your life.
I mean, yes, that's true. But honestly, I love criticism. Criticize me as much. I love controversy. I love debating. So, I mean, plus, I don't want y'all to stop criticizing me. It's free promotion. Like the guy that made the video about me saying that I'm paying for sex overseas. Good. That's his most viewed video. He used me.
I saw someone make a whole 21 minutes negative video about you.
Yeah. Good. That's free promotion. That's why I don't pay for advertisement. I have enough people that are advertising me for me. I don't negative and positive, but especially the negative people. I don't need to pay for advertisement for what?
Someone said they wish I addressed the LGBTQ question, whatever claims.
We can talk about that now.
Okay, so he said, let me read the whole thing. "I wish Hayford have addressed the LGBTQ claims in depth in Ghana. This was definitely missed on this interview. Inflammatory comments yet not disserted, otherwise touched most of all the point." So let's talk about it.
So I told somebody this earlier, right? If you ask me, people that are gay are born gay. If you're gay and I whoop your ass, I don't care how bad I beat you, you will still be gay after that ass whooping. You can't change those people. But if it did not exist, there would not be a law to outlaw it. Is there a law? Are flying pigs against the law to eat? No, because they don't exist. So why when I say, hey, I'm not saying it's all men here. I'm just saying, hey, I've probably seen it more here than anywhere else in Africa. There would not be a law in Arabia. I believe it's execution is your penalty for homosexuality. Would that be there if it didn't exist? Would that law be there if it did? Murder might be low in Thailand because there's a harsh penalty. Does that mean somebody can't be a murderer in Thailand? No, it's just when you get caught, you're going to be out of there. So them saying that I'm making up stuff is just free promotion again.
They said Austin just admitted that he's been running through women.
Women are running through me. Women are running. They love me. They're running through me. A man can only sleep with who lets him sleep with her.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys are getting it twisted. Rather, the women are the ones running through him. That's the most funniest thing.
They're running through me.
So can't you just say no?
Yeah, I'm not running through them. They're running through me.
Why don't you just say, "Oh, no, I'm good"?
Why not?
Oh man.
I'm appreciative. Some dudes don't get their result. So I'm gonna take it. Well, I'm not gonna take advantage of every single one of them because I don't like all of them. But the ones that do offer, not gonna turn it down.
Yeah. Someone said, great interview, but please be showing him around Accra. He seems stuck in Osu.
And that's what I was saying about earlier. I will agree that now leaving Osu is completely different.
All right, guys. Comment down what question you have for him, and then we can just roll with it. But yeah, I think we are wrapping up. In all, you have more positive comment than negative, to be honest, because we were really struggling to find negative comments. But you know, people really support your journey and you exploring, and I think it's doing more good than bad because people like your age in the US don't like traveling to this part of the world, even in Africa. And I think by you doing that and you leaving Thailand, Asia behind, and then coming to Africa is doing so much for people who are even, you know, inspired to travel, to follow your footsteps. Because before they would go to Thailand, African American would go to Thailand, bring their money to the Thailand economy. But now they would probably come to Ghana and Africa because you're here and then exploring it. So I think it does more good than bad. Just that you have a very strong opinion, and that's what I think it is.
Well, because also I have a mission for my channel, and then when I came to Africa, I created a different mission. So my channel was to show people the benefits you get out of living outside of the States, specifically socially, specifically in that dating. But it's more than just dating. It's all what I just said. When I came to Africa, you throw that mission on there. Like I was saying, so I have a mission for my channel, and I have a mission when I came to Africa. When I came to Africa, my mission was everything that I have in my channel. But now, wow, it's not so dangerous to be around black people. Africa is not just HIV, terrorism, poor people, and animals. So now my mission is to show people that, hey, I can have the same experience I had in Brazil, Colombia, Thailand, everywhere else, and I can do it here in Africa, and it's not what you thought it was. So when people say he's going to Africa to exploit women, because, listen to this. I do videos like this. Are Kenyan women approachable? That's not to say that these are just a bunch of hoes that you can come fuck. That's saying, hey, I know you guys experienced this back home, but if you want to come to this specific country, what is my take on it? What do I think? Are they approachable to me? Let me show you how they are around me. Can Kenyan women cook? I had a woman come cook in my apartment for me. Those type of things, and then you say that I'm exploiting them. If anything, I'm helping both sides. I'm helping you, and I'm helping the women find, if they want a foreign guy, it's a lot easier because now I'm inspiring more people to come here. So exploiting them for what? If anything, I'm benefiting the least. I don't get to sleep with all the women in Kenya. Not that that's the only benefit I would want. You know, I'm just saying though.
One thing that I think you have to make it very clear. It's not every lady that you go on a date with that end up in sex. What do you say? It's not every lady that you go on a date with end up in sex.
Since I've left the United States, just about every single one of them I go on a date with. Every date I've been on video, no. There's been I've probably only been on, since I've been in Africa, I probably only had max 10 women on video for dates. Out of those 10, for sure, at least 4 of them I didn't sleep. Some of them, they just get hired just for the video.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Exploiting them for what? Because they get paid too.
They get paid, okay.
Yeah.
So I think most people don't get that because they see a lot of women and it's like they start making the math, thinking about how many of them did you sleep with, and then they just think about you just going to countries, you know, just running through people and stuff like that. No understanding that it's part of your work, and
they wish they could do it.
They want to do the same?
They wish they could do it. So, I mean, it doesn't bother me. There's foreigners that come to the United States and marry women there. I don't care.
For the green card and stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't care.
So I'm trying to say they are in their feelings for that comment.
For you to make a video about me and then lie, yeah. Even if they have done it, they wish they could do it at my age. Some of these dudes that make videos about me could be my grandfather. And they're mad because they didn't start doing it until they were 40 or 50. I didn't have to join the military to do that. I'm doing it strictly off of YouTube. I grew up in a different era.
So it's jealousy.
About 90% of it.
Yeah.
I'm not disrespecting them. I mean, have you seen me disrespect any women
No.
in off camera and on camera?
That's what I'm saying. That I think people don't know who you are really, because it's on camera it's different. And I was telling someone behind cameras that I think you're so nice that you don't get a credit online because of how you make the videos. So people think like you're like that. You know what I'm saying? Very polite. Actually, you get a compliment for somebody. I'll not say it, but I said you are very polite, and she didn't expect that.
Really?
Yeah.
I'd like to know after the camera.
No, I'm not saying. I'm not saying, but yeah. You know, sometimes you guys just to get to know the person, not just from the camera, but like behind the camera, if you have the chance. Because most of the time, we just have to do what gets the click. Will you say?
Well, also you got to remember too, when I'm talking to the camera, nobody's talking back. So I can't see your face. I don't know what offends you until you comment the next day after the video is posted. So if I say, "Oh yeah, the women here are dry," I don't know how you're gonna react to it until after it's posted. Now, if I say that to your face, I can read your vibe and say, "Can I say that to him? Can I not?"
I agree. What else should we touch on?
I don't know.
What country are you going after Ghana?
So I may or may not return to Kenya. I will. I'm just saying not next. I may return there because I have some more shows to do there. My tailor made me and Crystal clothes. Crystal misses me. It's the last girl I had. She was the first woman in Kenya and the last person I put in my videos. But I have to go there to do more shows. But it is a lot cheaper to fly around West Africa while I'm in West Africa. So it's cheaper for me to go to Senegal next, as opposed to me going back to Kenya and then going to Senegal.
Makes sense. What will you tell my audience? In all based on the comments they've commented and everything.
For the most part, your audience is positive. I think the people that leave negative comments didn't come from your audience. Those people, they have nothing to do with their lives. They sit around and type my name in and see who's talking about me, whoever I collaborate with, and they go help spread these false things or whatever they want to say about me. Believe none of what you hear and half of what you see. Like you said, the person see me on camera, they thought I wouldn't be polite. That's what they saw, but they should believe half of that. They see me and they think, oh, well, he is polite.
Yeah. All right, we're almost at the end of the conversation, and if it's your first time here, please don't forget to like the video, share, comment down. Let's get the engagement going. And yeah, I mean, he is Austin Harleman. He is a YouTuber, content creator, travel vlogger. He's been visiting countries to countries, and if you are interested in what he's doing, his YouTube channel is on the screen and also in the description. Go check him out. And yeah, thank you for watching. Do you have a final message or that's it?
No, just keep watching the videos. Keep paying it. Hold on.
That's loud.
Yeah. Keep watching the videos. Keep paying attention to everything. If you would like to know more details, make sure you sign up for the membership when you get to the channel, and make sure you support him as well.
And I need someone to help me get a cash app. If you can do that, let me know. Hit me up. webnationafrica@gmail.com or captain_Hayford on Instagram.
Also, we're both looking for a video editor.
Yes.
Yes, we could bring you a lot. We could bring you 30 of these a day.
Yes.
If we have somebody to edit the videos, but we're doing all our own editing. I
need
could
a
record 3
professional
vlogs
editor.
a day.
You could. I could.
I could record 3 vlogs a day.
I want to do 5 videos in a day.
Yeah, I want to get
go
to that
back
point.
to making 10 videos in a day.
Yeah.
So we need you need professional video editors to work with. If you're very good at what you do, reach out to us. You don't have to be in Ghana necessarily, but if you are in Ghana, amazing. Can they work remotely?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, anywhere in the world, as long as you have 5G internet and a laptop that can do it in a reasonable amount of time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because we have to send it to you on Google Drive, and then you have to download to. So you must have unlimited internet somehow.
Mm-hmm.
That won't be a problem. But if you're in Ghana, you can get a video on the drive and then you edit it up and yeah. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. It's been a wonderful episode, and all right, without further ado, peace out.
All right, peace out.